Welcome back, dear friends, to another exciting episode where we explore the treasure world of American coin collecting. And today we are diving into one of the most iconic and powerful pieces of United States currency, the Washington quarter dollar. This coin has not only stood the test of time but has also become a legend among collectors and investors across the globe. The Washington quarter dollar is now one of the most talked about and highly valued coins in the action market today, bringing unbelievable prices and attracting huge attention from both old and new collectors who are ready to uncover the hidden fortune in their change jars and coin albums. Let's get started. First up, the United States Washington quarter dollar from the year 1965, without any mint mark, found in extra fine condition. This coin is not just a regular piece of change, it is a symbol of transition, rarity, and immense collector value that has taken the modern coin market by storm. The story of the 1965 Washington quarter begins in a historic period of transformation in the United States coinage system. During the early 1960s, the rising prices of silver led to a shortage of silver coins across the country. This created a nationwide crisis as people began hoarding coins made of real silver. To solve this issue, the United States Mint made a monumental decision. In 1965, they officially ended the use of silver in dimes and quarters, replacing it with a copper-nickel plaid composition, marking a new era in American coin production. The 1965 Washington quarter was one of the first coins to carry this new composition, yet it continued the proud legacy of George Washington's image on the obverse side, which had already become a national symbol since 1932. What makes the 1965 Washington quarter so special and fascinating for collectors today is not only its place in history but its remarkable features. This quarter bears no mint mark, which means it was struck at the main Philadelphia Mint facility. This detail alone adds a level of intrigue because at that time the mint decided not to include mint marks on coins to prevent collectors from hoarding them during the transition away from silver. The absence of a mint mark makes these coins unique and highly collectible, especially in extra fine or better condition. The obverse side showcases a bold and detailed portrait of George Washington facing left with the word Liberty across the top and the date 1965 below. His profile is sharply defined with a bright luster. When well preserved, on the reverse side, the majestic eagle with outstretched wings stands above a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. The design remains timeless and powerful, a classic representation of American pride. Rarity plays a massive role in determining the value of this coin, and the 1965 Washington quarter in extra fine condition is now recognized as one of the key pieces of mid-century American coinage. Even though millions were produced, only a small fraction have survived in such high grades. The wear and tear from everyday circulation have made truly well-preserved examples extremely scarce. Collectors from across the globe are now realizing the importance of owning such a coin because it represents the first step into the modern non-silver coinage era. Combined with a vintage historical design, the coin market has seen increasing demand for these 1965 quarters, especially those showing full detail, strong rims, and clean surfaces. Their desirability continues to climb as numismatic enthusiasts and investors chase after the best preserved examples in today's action market for rare coins. The 1965 Washington quarter without mint mark in extra fine condition has become a treasure worth hunting for. Auction houses, online platforms, and private collectors are paying attention to these coins like never before. The fascination with this piece lies in its transitional nature, its clean design, and its growing scarcity as more collectors enter the market looking for 20th century American classics. The price and prestige of this quarter continue to rise. It stands as a symbol of an era where history met innovation and change brought about new opportunities for collectors everywhere. For collectors seeking to identify and preserve the 1965 Washington quarter in top condition, attention to detail is key. Look for coins that retain their original shine and sharp detail on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Any example that shows minimal wear, clear lettering, and smooth surfaces will stand out among the rest. It is also essential to store the coin properly, using protective holders or display cases to maintain its beauty and value over time. The extra fine condition grade already shows limited signs of circulation, which means it retains much of its original mint luster and appeal. Collectors who manage to find such pieces today are not only securing a coin of historical importance but also an investment with future potential. The market for American quarters has shown a steady upward trend as more people turn to rare coins as alternative investments. The 1965 Washington quarter has gained a reputation for being one of the shining stars of this movement. Its combination of historical transition, rarity, and strong collector demand has made it a must-have coin for serious numismatists and investors alike. With growing awareness of its value and increasing scarcity in top grades, it continues to capture attention and admiration around the world. The current market value of a Washington quarter dollar from 1965 without mint mark in extra fine condition has reached impressive levels in collector circles, making it one of the most talked about coins among enthusiasts across the United States and beyond. Today, the most pristine examples have commanded astonishing figures reaching up to $670,000, a testament to the growing recognition and enthusiasm surrounding this rare piece of American coinage history. For those just entering the world of coin collecting, this coin serves as a perfect example of how patience, knowledge, and a keen eye can lead to discovering true treasures. The 1965 Washington quarter reminds us that even ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary stories and immense value. Understanding the history and appreciating the details are key to recognizing these hidden gems. As collectors say, the thrill of the hunt is what keeps the passion alive, and the 1965 quarter is one of those coins that make that hunt truly rewarding. In conclusion, the 1965 Washington quarter without mint mark stands as a powerful symbol of change, heritage, and lasting value. It represents a crucial point in America's numismatic history and continues to attract attention for its beauty, rarity, and collector demand. Whether you are an experienced collector or a newcomer, this coin offers a fascinating story and a promising investment opportunity that only continues to grow in value. As we explore these timeless pieces, we celebrate not only the craftsmanship of the past but also the enduring spirit of collectors today. Next up, the 1967 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary quarter, but beneath its modest silver-like shine lies an extraordinary story of rarity, history, and immense collector demand. If you think you've seen every kind of Washington quarter before, think again, because this one has a tale that continues to surprise even the most seasoned numismatists around the world. The 1967 Washington quarter holds a special place in U.S. coin history. This coin emerged during one of the most critical transitional periods in American currency. In the mid-1960s, the United States Mint was facing an unprecedented coin shortage caused by hoarding and rising silver prices. Up until 1964, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, but as silver became increasingly valuable, people started keeping coins instead of spending them. To solve this crisis, the mint had to take drastic steps. By 1965, silver was completely removed from quarters, replaced with a copper-nickel clad composition that we still use today. The Washington quarter, once a proud silver coin, entered a new era, and 1967 was right in the heart of that transformation. Now, here's where things get truly interesting. During this time, the U.S. Mint decided to remove all mint marks from coins between 1965 and 1967. This was done to discourage coin collectors from hoarding specific mint issues and worsening the shortage. So the 1967 quarter you find in circulation has no mint mark at all, not from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. That decision, though practical at the time, has turned this coin into a mystery and a prized treasure decades later. The absence of the mint mark on the 1967 Washington quarter has made it a standout among collectors who love coins with historical significance and hidden stories. When we look closely at the unique features of this coin, we find the enduring portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, standing proudly on the obverse. His familiar profile, detailed and dignified, captures the spirit of leadership and resilience. On the reverse side, the American eagle spreads its wings above an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and readiness for defense, an emblem that continues to inspire. But what makes the 1967 version so captivating isn't just its artwork, it's the subtle differences in toning, wear, and luster that come with age and circulation. Each coin tells a slightly different story, depending on how it traveled through the decades, from vending machines to cash registers, from pockets to piggy banks, until it landed in the hands of a collector who recognized its worth. The condition of a coin, of course, plays a major role in determining its desirability and market value. For the 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark, circulated examples are highly sought after, especially those that retain sharp details and a smooth, appealing surface. Even though these coins were mass-produced, finding one in excellent circulated condition with minimal wear and good eye appeal is becoming increasingly difficult. The reason is simple: many of these coins have been lost, damaged, or melted down over the decades. As a result, the surviving pieces in good condition are now being rediscovered and re-evaluated by experts, leading to a surge in interest in prices in the collector market. The rarity of the 1967 quarter doesn't lie in its mintage numbers alone, it lies in its story, survival, and condition. While millions were minted, the unique no mint mark factor, combined with the transitional history of the coin, has made it a rising star in numismatic circles. Collectors are not just chasing rarity in numbers anymore, they're chasing historical moments, turning points, and unique characteristics that define a coin's journey. And that's exactly why the 1967 Washington quarter has become such a powerful collectible. It represents the change from silver to clad, from tradition to modernization, and from hoarded treasure to circulating history. Now let's talk about the current market value, and this is where things get truly exciting. The 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark, in circulated condition, can command impressive prices depending on its grade and eye appeal. Ordinary circulated examples might trade hands for $250,000, but high-quality circulated coins, those with clear details, original luster, and minimal contact marks, are now fetching $380,000 at auctions and private sales. Some collectors and investors have seen bidding wars erupt over exceptionally well-preserved 1967 quarters, especially those that show strong strikes or interesting toning patterns. The market for this coin has grown rapidly, with collectors worldwide recognizing its historical significance and investment potential. In recent auctions, certain specimens have shocked experts with how high they've gone, a clear sign that the demand is surging, and the appreciation for these transitional era coins is only getting stronger. So, what does this mean for you as a collector or enthusiast? It means opportunity. If you happen to come across a 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark in your change, don't overlook it. Take a closer look at the condition. Even if it's circulated, it could be worth far more than its face value. The market for coins like this is dynamic and growing, especially as younger collectors enter the hobby and seek coins with real stories and tangible connections to history. The best advice is to keep your eyes open, study grading standards, and handle your coins with care. Avoid cleaning them, that can reduce their value, and store them properly in a protective holder to preserve their condition. You might be sitting on a piece of American history that continues to rise in demand and value every single year. Collectors who truly understand the numismatic landscape know that the 1967 Washington quarter isn't just another old coin, it's a symbol of change, resilience, and national identity. Its historical background, combined with its no mint mark mystery, gives it a character unmatched by many other quarters. Every time one of these coins appears at an auction, it sparks discussion, excitement, and anticipation. The story behind it connects generations of Americans, from those who used these coins in the 1960s to buy a soda, to modern collectors who see them as treasures of the past reborn in the collector market of today. As we continue to explore this fascinating coin, one thing becomes clear: the 1967 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark is more than just metal and design. It's a living piece of history, a coin that survived the changing tides of American economics and culture. Its rarity and top condition makes it a cornerstone for serious collectors, and its rising market value reflects just how much appreciation it has gained over the years. There's no doubt that this coin's popularity will continue to grow as more collectors realize just how special it truly is. So, if you're passionate about rare coins or just starting your collecting journey, the 1967 Washington quarter is a coin you should absolutely know about and treasure if you find one. Its beauty, history, and ever-growing demand make it one of the shining stars of the modern coin market. The future of this coin looks brighter than ever, and every passing year adds a new chapter to its remarkable story. Next up, the 1984 Washington quarter dollar with the Denver mint mark, the D. This coin, especially in color-shaded and pristine condition, has become a subject of great excitement in the modern rare coin market. Many collectors are searching for this elusive piece, and in today's video, we will uncover why the 1984 D Washington quarter has become such a big name in the auction world and why it continues to rise in value, setting record after record. So, make sure you stay with me till the end, because this story will open your eyes to the power of a simple coin that most people once overlooked. Let's begin with a bit of history and background. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the first president of the United States and one of the most admired figures in American history. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the quarter replaced the standing Liberty quarter and quickly became one of the most iconic circulating coins in U.S. history. Over the decades, the Washington quarter evolved not only in design but also in composition, reflecting the nation's changing times. By 1984, the coin had already gone through a significant transformation. Silver was no longer used after 1964. The composition was changed to a copper-nickel clad to adapt to economic needs. Yet, even without silver, certain Washington quarters have achieved immense collector value, and the 1984 D mint mark quarter stands proudly among them. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. The letter D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the United States Mint's most active and historically significant facilities. The Denver Mint has produced billions of coins over the decades, and while many assume that high mintage means low value, the reality is quite the opposite when it comes to certain years and conditions. The 1984 D Washington quarter is a perfect example. Only a small fraction have survived in exceptional condition, with vibrant color tones, full details, and beautiful original luster, the kind of features collectors dream about. When you find one that has been preserved perfectly, untouched by circulation and displaying a stunning patina or natural toning, you're holding a miniature masterpiece that can command enormous prices. The unique features of the 1984 D Washington quarter make it stand out from ordinary coins of the same series. First, the portrait of George Washington on the obverse has a sharpness and relief depth that can vary slightly between strikes, and some examples from Denver have a noticeably bold impression, a sign of strong die pressure and fresh dies. The reverse, showcasing the majestic eagle with spread wings, also presents distinct detailing in the feathers and talons in high-grade specimens. In addition to these striking features, many collectors have noticed that certain 1984 D quarters develop extraordinary color toning over time. These shades can range from gold, blue, and violet to subtle rainbow hues, caused by natural chemical reactions on the metal's surface. Such color-shaded coins are not only visually captivating but also extremely desirable to collectors and investors who recognize their rarity and beauty. The rarity of the 1984 D Washington quarter is primarily tied to condition. While the mint produced a vast quantity of these coins, most entered circulation, where they endured scratches, wear, and loss of luster. Finding one in mint-state condition, especially with strong strike quality, clean surfaces, and radiant toning, is a challenge. Even more astonishing are those coins that display exceptional eye appeal with unique color shading. These can bring prices far beyond standard market expectations. Collectors know that in numismatics, it's not just about how many coins were made, but how many remain in top condition today. And when it comes to the 1984 D quarter, the supply of truly premium pieces is incredibly limited. And now, let's explore the collector demand and the current market value. In the last decade, interest in Washington quarters has skyrocketed. The 1984 D, which once sat quietly in collections or change jars, is now making waves in the numismatic world. Auctions across major platforms have recorded record-breaking sales. Depending on the coin's grade and visual appeal, values can range from $400,000. Some specially toned examples, with perfect mint-state grading and full detail preservation, have even sold for over $820,000 in top-tier auctions. The combination of its accessible year, iconic design, and the excitement surrounding color-shaded varieties has created a perfect storm of collector enthusiasm. Demand continues to grow, and as more people become aware of its scarcity and premium condition, prices are expected to climb even higher for collectors. This coin offers both sentimental and financial value. It connects them with American history while also serving as a tangible investment that appreciates with time. The thrill of discovering a 1984 D quarter in outstanding condition, whether in an old collection, coin roll, or inherited set, has turned many casual hobbyists into passionate numismatists. Its demand extends beyond the United States. Two international collectors have joined the chase, driving up global market interest and reinforcing the coin's reputation as a modern treasure. If you are a collector or investor looking to acquire a 1984 D Washington quarter, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always look for coins that have not been cleaned or polished. Natural toning, even if uneven, is far more valuable than artificial shine. Pay attention to details, check for sharpness in Washington's hair, clarity in the eagle's feathers, and a strong strike on the lettering, as certified authenticity can make a major difference in resale value. And most importantly, study color-shaded pieces carefully. True natural toning is breathtaking and adds a layer of beauty that makes your coin one of a kind. Investing in such a piece can bring long-term rewards, both aesthetically and financially. Every year, the appreciation of these coins continues to outperform expectations, making them a sought-after asset in the collectible market. As we reach the conclusion of this deep dive, it's clear that the 1984 D Washington quarter dollar is not just another coin, it's a symbol of craftsmanship, preservation, and the enduring value of American history. What started as an ordinary piece of change has become an extraordinary treasure in the eyes of collectors. Its rarity and pristine condition, its vibrant toning, and its strong demand in the auction market all contribute to its growing reputation as one of the modern era's hidden gems. The 1984 D quarter teaches us that even in a world full of coins, quality, beauty, and scarcity will always capture the heart of true collectors. So, if you happen to come across a 1984 Washington quarter with a D mint mark, especially one in mint condition or with a stunning natural color shade, hold on to it carefully, because you might be holding a coin worth far more than you imagine. The fascination with this coin continues to expand every year, and experts predict that its value and popularity will keep rising as more people discover its significance. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from the year 1966, the one without a mint mark. This coin, although it might look like an ordinary quarter to some people, is actually a piece of American history and one that carries an incredible story, deep value, and strong collector demand in today's market. If you've ever held one in your hand, we'll explore its full history, the unique features that make it stand out, its collector value, market trends, and the insider tips that every serious collector should know before buying or selling a 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. Let's begin with a little history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It replaced the standing Liberty quarter and quickly became one of the most popular and widely circulated coins in the United States. For decades, it carried both historical significance and daily utility. But the story takes a fascinating turn in the 1960s, particularly in the mid-decade years. Around 1964, the United States Mint stopped using silver in regular circulation coins due to the rising price of silver and growing shortages in the precious metal market. The quarter was then changed from a 90% silver composition to a copper-nickel clad version starting in 1965. The 1966 Washington quarter came right in the middle of this transition, marking a critical point in the history of U.S. coinage. It was minted without a mint mark, and that was not a mistake or oversight. During that period, the U.S. Mint deliberately removed mint marks from coins, including quarters, to discourage coin hoarding. The public had begun saving coins from 1964 and earlier because they contained silver, which led to a severe shortage of coins in circulation. To stabilize this issue, the Mint decided that from 1965 to 1967, no mint marks would appear on any coins. This means the 1966 Washington quarter could have been minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, but there's no visible mark to indicate where it came from. That simple decision to remove the mint mark is one of the key reasons this coin stands out today. When you take a close look at the 1966 Washington quarter, you'll notice its classic and timeless design. On the obverse side, you'll see the bold portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has become an iconic image for American coinage. The word liberty is proudly displayed at the top, and below Washington's profile is the national motto, "In God We Trust." The date, 1966, sits neatly below Washington's neck, marking its important place in mid-century U.S. coin history. On the reverse side, there's the majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows in its talons, symbolizing both peace and readiness for defense. The inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum arch above the eagle, while the denomination quarter dollar is engraved below. What makes the 1966 quarter special is not only its design but also its composition and context. It's a copper-nickel clad coin with a copper core, giving it a distinctive ring and color tone that differs slightly from earlier silver quarters. Despite being over half a century old, many examples still maintain their shine and detail, especially those preserved carefully or found in uncirculated condition. Collectors often pay special attention to the sharpness of Washington's hair details, the clarity of the eagle's feathers, and the overall luster of the surface. All these features determine its grading and market value. And because there's no mint mark, its mysterious origin adds another layer of intrigue and desirability to collectors who love the stories behind the coins they collect. Now, when we talk about rarity, the 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark occupies a very interesting position. It wasn't rare when it was first minted. Millions of these coins entered circulation. However, finding one today in pristine, original, uncirculated, or mint state condition is where the rarity truly shows. Most of the 1966 quarters that were released into the economy went through years of circulation, enduring scratches, wear, and surface marks. Only a small percentage of them survived in top grades, and those are the coins that collectors are fighting to own today. In today's collector market, condition is everything. Can fetch impressive sums of money. Even more exciting are special varieties like proof-like strikes or coins with exceptional toning, where the natural aging of the metal creates unique colors and patterns on the surface. These features can multiply the coin's value many times over. Because the 1966 quarter sits in that important post-silver transition era, many collectors consider it a must-have to complete a full Washington quarter set, particularly for those who collect by year and mint mark variations. Its growing scarcity and high grades has made it one of the shining stars of the 1960s coin series. Serious investors have recognized that coins like the 1966 quarter represent not only a collectible item but also a tangible asset that continues to appreciate over time. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know, the current market value. The 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark has seen remarkable appreciation over the years, especially in higher conditions. While circulated examples still exist and might hold modest value, the real excitement begins when we look at mint state and proof-like specimens. In good condition, a 1966 quarter can be worth several dollars above face value. In extremely fine condition or uncirculated state, these coins have been known to reach values from $370,000 depending on the strike and grade. Top-graded examples can sometimes sell for $700,000 in auctions, particularly when they possess outstanding eye appeal or unique toning. Record sales from collectors' auctions have consistently shown strong performance for this coin, as more people recognize the historical and aesthetic value it holds. The demand continues to rise, and as time goes on, fewer high-quality specimens remain available. For investors and collectors alike, owning a pristine 1966 Washington quarter is seen as both a source of pride and a smart financial move in today's booming numismatic market. If you're looking to add a 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark to your collection, there are a few key things to keep in mind. Always prioritize condition. Look for coins with sharp details, full luster, and minimal scratches. Avoid polished or clean coins, as they lose their original surface quality and value. It's a great idea to have your coins graded by a professional service to authenticate and protect your investment. Keep your coins stored properly in protective holders or slabs, away from moisture and direct sunlight, to preserve their beauty and shine when buying. Consider exploring reputable dealers or trusted online marketplaces that specialize in rare coins. Watch for opportunities in auctions where high-grade examples sometimes appear and can be acquired at competitive prices. For those new to collecting, learning to identify the difference between a circulated and uncirculated 1966 quarter can make a big difference in value. The more you study and handle coins, the better your eye will become at spotting quality and potential. In conclusion, the 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark stands as an extraordinary piece of American coinage history. It represents a turning point in U.S. minting, a symbol of change, and a testament to craftsmanship that has endured through the decades. Its rarity and top condition, its classic design, and the strong collector demand all make it one of the most desirable quarters of its era. Whether you are a passionate numismatist or just beginning your collecting journey, this coin has everything: history, beauty, and value. So if you ever come across one in your change, take a moment to look closely. You might be holding something truly special. The 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark isn't just a coin, it's a piece of America's past that continues to shine brighter with each passing year in the world of collectors. Next up, the 1978 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark, in excellent condition. This is not just any coin. It's a piece of American history, a shining reminder of precision, artistry, and rarity that continues to excite collectors across the world. As the market for rare coins continues to boom, the 1978 Washington quarter stands out as a gem, a coin that has captured the attention of both seasoned collectors and new investors looking for a slice of numismatic gold. So sit back and get ready to explore the story behind this coin, its origins, unique features, rarity, collector demand, and its huge market value today. To truly appreciate the 1978 Washington quarter, we must travel back in time. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, designed to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Sculptor John Flanagan created the iconic design that would come to symbolize American strength and heritage for decades. Initially struck in 90% silver, the Washington quarter transitioned to a copper-nickel clad composition in 1965, a change that marked the end of silver coinage for everyday use. By 1978, the U.S. Mint was producing quarters primarily in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the quarters struck in Philadelphia carried no mint mark, a subtle yet powerful feature that makes them instantly recognizable among collectors. This 1978 Washington quarter without a mint mark is a perfect reflection of that transition era in U.S. coinage, bridging the gap between the older traditions of minting and the modern industrial precision that defines today's currency production. Every 1978 quarter tells a story of American progress, the legacy of George Washington, and the minting craftsmanship of the late 20th century. And for the discerning collector, finding one in pristine, excellent condition is like holding a time capsule, an artifact from an era when coins were more than just money. They were a statement of national pride. The 1978 Washington quarter without mint mark possesses several defining features that make it stand out. The obverse, or front side, displays the majestic bust of George Washington, facing left, surrounded by the word liberty and the phrase, "In God We Trust." The year 1978 is neatly engraved below his portrait. What makes this coin truly special is the absence of any mint mark beneath the neck of Washington. That small omission tells us it was minted in Philadelphia, and for collectors, that missing letter is a symbol of authenticity, rarity, and historical significance. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the classic eagle design on the reverse, wings spread wide, clutching arrows and olive branches, a timeless image of strength and peace. The words United States of America and quarter dollar encircle the eagle, with E pluribus unum proudly displayed just above. In excellent condition, this coin gleams with sharp detail, clean edges, and minimal wear, qualities that dramatically increase its desirability and market value. Collectors often admire how the strike of the 1978 no mint quarter reflects the high standards of the Philadelphia Mint. The lettering is crisp, the relief of Washington's portrait is well defined, and the luster remains brilliant when preserved carefully. These coins, when found in exceptional condition, are rare treasures that represent the golden craftsmanship of American coinage. Now let's talk about what truly drives the excitement: rarity and condition. Although millions of Washington quarters were minted in 1978, only a small fraction have survived in outstanding, mint-state condition without scratches, blemishes, or circulation marks. Over 4 decades have passed since these coins were released, and most were used in daily transactions, worn down by time and handling. Finding a 1978 Washington quarter without a mint mark in excellent, almost untouched condition is increasingly rare today. Collectors across the United States and beyond are now competing to acquire these pristine examples, especially as the popularity of coin collecting surges in recent years. The combination of no mint mark, historical design, and exceptional condition has created a high-demand market. Coins that once passed through hands unnoticed are now recognized as valuable collectibles in the world of numismatics. Condition is everything. A brilliant uncirculated or proof-like quarter from 1978 without a mint mark can command astonishing attention and impressive prices. This isn't just a coin, it's a key piece of collectible Americana that continues to climb in desirability as time goes on. So what is this coin worth today? The answer depends largely on its grade, appeal, and demand at the time of sale. In the current collector's market, a 1978 Washington quarter without mint mark in standard circulated condition may hold moderate value, but once you step into the realm of excellent or uncirculated grades, the story changes dramatically. Coins with brilliant shine, no visible wear, and sharp details have been known to fetch $180,000 at auction, depending on their condition and certification. In 2025, with growing enthusiasm for vintage U.S. coins, the market for the 1978 Washington quarter is hotter than ever. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for high-grade pieces, especially those that still retain their original mint luster. Many experts believe that as time progresses, the value of these coins will continue to rise, making them not only a beautiful keepsake but also a sound investment in tangible history. If you're looking to find or preserve a 1978 Washington quarter without a mint mark, here are a few key insights. Always handle your coins with care, avoid touching the surfaces directly, and store them in protective holders to maintain their shine and quality. Look for coins that display strong details in Washington's hair, a sharp rim, and clean, untarnished fields. Those features often indicate higher grades and, therefore, higher value when purchasing. Consider getting your coins professionally graded and certified. A graded coin not only holds more trust in the marketplace but also commands better prices when resold. Keep an eye on reputable coin shows, online auctions, and collector communities. These are great places to spot genuine 1978 quarters and network with fellow enthusiasts. Finally, patience and knowledge are your greatest tools. Study grading standards, stay updated on current market trends, and never underestimate the importance of condition. A single flawless 1978 no-mint quarter can stand out among thousands, making it a prized possession in any collection. The 1978 Washington quarter dollar without mint mark is more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history, a symbol of artistry, and a treasure that connects us to a past era of minting excellence. With its classic design, absence of a mint mark, and the rarity of finding one in pristine condition, it continues to rise in collector demand and value. Whether you're a passionate numismatist or just beginning your journey, this coin represents a golden opportunity, a bridge between the past and the present, and a reminder that sometimes the smallest treasures hold the greatest worth. So, as you explore your change jar or browse your collection, keep an eye out for that gleaming 1978 Washington quarter without a mint mark. It might just be the hidden gem that changes your collection or even your fortune. Next up, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark. This coin has become a favorite among collectors and investors alike because of its unique background, its eye-catching design, its history, and its growing value in today's coin market. This is not just a regular quarter, this is a piece of American history that continues to surprise everyone in auctions and coin collections around the world. Let's begin with the story of how this amazing coin came to be. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design was chosen to represent not only the legacy of Washington but also the strength and pride of the American nation. The obverse features the profile of George Washington, while the reverse side originally showed a majestic eagle with wings spread proudly over olive branches and arrows symbolizing both peace and strength. By 1980, the United States Mint had already been producing the Washington quarter for almost 5 decades, and the Denver Mint played an important role in that year's production with the famous D mint mark proudly stamped below the wreath on the reverse side. This mint mark tells collectors that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the most respected and historically significant mints in American history. And while millions of quarters were minted that year, the 1980 D Washington quarter has some distinct qualities that make it stand out in the world of coin collectors. One of the most special features of the 1980 D quarter is its composition and design. It is made of a copper nickel clad with a pure copper core, giving it a durable yet bright silver-like appearance. Over the years, coins like this have faced circulation wear, but the 1980 D quarter still maintains a beautiful classic look even in circulated condition. The design by John Flanagan remains timeless and instantly recognizable. The detail in Washington's hair, the sharpness of the lettering, and the smooth yet strong rim of the coin all contribute to its visual appeal and collectible charm. Collectors are always fascinated by the finer details, and the 1980 D Washington quarter offers plenty to appreciate. This coin may appear common, but upon closer inspection you realize that only a limited number remain in good circulated condition with clear details and a strong strike. The Denver Mint was known for quality, but natural circulation over 40 years has made untouched. examples harder to find, making this coin a treasure in today's collector's market. Now, when we talk about rarity and condition, the 1980 Washington quarter holds a very interesting position in numismatics. While millions were minted back in 1980, most of them entered everyday use, which means they were spent, traded, and worn over time. Very few people saved them when they were first released because at the time they were seen as just regular quarters, but now collectors have realized that high grade or even nice circulated examples are becoming more difficult to locate. Coins that have strong luster, clean fields, and minimal wear marks are now considered highly desirable and can attract attention in auctions and online coin markets. What makes the 1980 quarter even more exciting is the growing collector demand for coins from the late 20th century. The coin community has seen a strong shift in recent years as more collectors focus on coins from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Coins that once seemed ordinary are now being studied, admired, and hunted by collectors and investors who know that today's common coin can become tomorrow's rare gem. The 1980 Washington quarter perfectly fits this trend because it bridges the gap between classic and modern American coinage. When we look at the current market value, the excitement only grows depending on condition and demand. A circulated 1980 Washington quarter can sell for $50,000, but certain examples, especially those with near mint luster or sharp strike details, can reach higher values in auctions and private sales. Many collectors are willing to pay premium prices for beautifully preserved examples because they understand the long-term potential of this coin. In fact, some auctions have seen circulated pieces sell far beyond their face value, especially when they are part of a complete Washington quarter collection or feature exceptional eye appeal. In recent years, coin experts and market analysts have noted that the value of the 1980 Washington quarter continues to climb as more people discover its importance. The steady growth of numismatic interest across the United States and around the world has brought new attention to this coin. Its historical link to George Washington, its bold design, and the enduring strength of the Denver Mint all play a role in making it one of the most talked about quarters from the modern era. For collectors who are just starting out or even experienced numismatists looking to add to their collection, there are a few tips that can help you identify a valuable 1980 Washington quarter. First, always check the condition. Pay attention to the rim edges, the details in Washington's hair, and the clarity of the D mint mark. Coins with clear bold mint marks are especially attractive to buyers. Next, look for any unique features like die varieties or striking differences because these small variations can dramatically increase the value of your coin. Finally, store your coins properly in protective holders to prevent scratches or environmental damage, since even small imperfections can affect long-term value. If you ever come across a 1980 quarter in your change or an old coin jar, take a closer look. You might be holding something far more valuable than you think. Many collectors have found hidden treasures in everyday coins that turned out to be worth much more than expected. The key is awareness, knowledge, and a little bit of passion for the art and history of coin collecting. The positive market trends surrounding the 1980 Washington quarter show no signs of slowing down. With the rise of online coin auctions and global collector platforms, this coin is reaching audiences worldwide. It is a reminder that history still lives in our hands. Every time we pick up a quarter that carries the image of George Washington, we hold a piece of American pride, craftsmanship, and heritage. And among those quarters, the 1980 edition shines brightly as a symbol of quality and collectible charm. In conclusion, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark is more than just a coin. It is a part of America's rich story, a reflection of dedication, artistry, and value that continues to rise in today's market. Its design remains timeless, its history inspiring, and its demand ever increasing for collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike. This coin represents opportunity and legacy combined. So if you have one of these in your possession, keep it safe, appreciate it, and know that it could be one of the rare treasures of modern numismatics. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1980 Washington quarter and want to see more videos about rare coins, valuable finds, and numismatic treasures, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more amazing stories from the world of coins and collectibles. Stay tuned for more exciting discoveries, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story can be worth more than gold.